All right, let me go ahead and go to the scripture. Like, I have to pause it for a minute. Um, what is this? This okay. It says on press like at 28. It says, and the king said unto thee, what aileth thee? And she answered, this woman said unto me, give thy son, that we may eat him today, and we may eat my son tomorrow. So we boiled my son and did eat him. And I said unto her on the next day, give thy son, that we may eat him. And she have said, and she had hid her son. And it came to pass that the king heard the words of the woman, that he rent his clothes. He passed by upon the wall, and the people looked, and behold, he had sackcloth within him upon his flesh. See, so she basically, the concept of this, I'm getting the scripture. She basically, the woman that came and saying, let's eat your son. They had it completely in their mind that let's eat your son now, and then tomorrow we're gonna eat my son. Even though the woman didn't hold up on her bargain, still they both ate a human. They both ate a child. They both did. They both ate a child. And even the woman to say some stuff like that, even though she wasn't even though she didn't have in her mind she wanted to eat her own child, she still ate somebody else's child. And that's even bugged out in that why, and that's even bugged out in the way of thinking, you know. And it's gonna get back, and it's gonna get exactly back like that. You're gonna have women band together, eating their children. And you see, look at all these women out here having these 4, 5, 6 different kids, man. I know a woman right now that has 10 different kids, 10 kids, you know, 10 children. When the family comes, you don't think they're gonna go by one, by the youngest to the oldest, to the one where you know that they kind of can fight back a little bit. I give probably an 8, 9 year old maybe a chance against a woman. Probably not even that. You know, you probably gotta be like 12 or something. But I don't know. I mean, shit, if they gang up on them, whatever. But anyway, that's not even the point. But the point is, like, that's how bad it's gonna be in America, man. It's gonna be so bad in America where eating a child, eating a human being is gonna be like a normal thing. Like, look at the Walking Dead. The Walking Dead is such a beautiful series because it shows you how the first three seasons, I say the first 2 seasons, is where they're worried about the zombies, but the more they go on and on, the zombies become the more less and less of their main problem. After they know the zombies, guess what? Then they have to fight against other groups that's looking for to survive. Then after they fight other groups looking to survive, then they have to there's just more bullshit on top of bullshit. Then they gotta do their own type of people in between their own betraying one another, you know, people betraying one another and just basically just being demons, you know. So here you go, you got how's it called you got one problem that's everybody's problem, and then just more is trickling down on. You have other problems that's following it, you know. Yeah, famine is gonna be a huge hit, but guess what? You got other people that's gonna feel the famine too, and guess what? They're gonna invade your. It's gonna be basically I call it chain reaction, you know. And if you ever know what a chain reaction is, it's basically it's like a domino effect. If one thing happened, that's going to trick off other things to happen. And after those things happen, it's going to trick off other things to happen. For example, if you take away food, what's just look at the scenario, how crazy it can be just by taking away one thing, food. You take away food, what's people going to stop doing? One thing they're going to stop doing is they're going to stop going to work. People that stop going to work because they're not going to, you go to work for what? You know, you getting money just to pay bills and not eat. You know, you take away the food, people's going to stop going to work. People's going to start raiding one another. People's going to start eating their rations. You know, if I fill my refrigerator all the way up, that's probably going to last me a month. You don't think people going to be knocking on my door like, you know, friends and family going to be wanting coming over? Then guess what? After so many people get rejected from, hey, listen, I got to feed my own family. I got to do this for my own family. Guess what? That's when people start invading one another. Now you got killing going on. Now killing just became a part, and this is just going without food. So food became one thing from food, one thing from invading one another. Then boom, now you got killing, and from killing, guess what comes with killing? Raping, because guess what? Niggas still gonna get horny, you know. Then it's going after raping comes. Then what comes after that? Shit. Where do you go from that? But anyways, the whole point is, one thing happens and it trickles other things that's going to automatically just happen just by human instinct, man. All right? One thing is gonna be a domino effect. All right. Once you take away, and food is really the biggest necessity. If you ain't got food, shit, you basically fucked. Really, you know. That's why, hey, that's why the Lord said what? Because this is what we should have our mindsets. This is Isaiah chapter 65, verse 13. It says, therefore saith the Lord of God, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Before my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. It says, behold, my servants shall sing for joy and heart, for it says, for the sorrow of heart, and it says, but ye shall cry for the sorrow of heart, and shall hollow for the vexation of spirit. So the Lord is basically going to feed his elect, man. The Lord is going to fill his elect with the necessities of life, man. Because guess what? That's basically what the Lord is doing now. Yeah, we have jobs, we have money, we have all these things that's that we use to pay our bills and eat and everything. But guess what? It's the Lord. It's because of the grace of the Lord. That should be your whole reason why. If you look at it like, oh, it's my job, man. I need to stay at this job in order for me to, then guess what? You're not in the right mind. All right. I'm gonna just say it like that. If you think it's your job, if you think it's your job that is the way you live in is the reason why you live in, the reason why you, then guess what? You're not in the right mind. All right. The reason why you're doing all things is because of the grace and the mercy of the Lord. Everything I see I got right now is all the grace and mercy of the Lord. I don't look at it, oh, man, I would leave this job in a heartbeat. All right. This whatever job you have, I don't care what it is. If you don't think it's the Lord sustaining you, then you're not in the right mind. All right. It's the Lord that gave you that job in the first place. All right. How's the Lord not providing everything for you? He's the one that gave it to you. All right. Hey, got to get in that mind state, man. You got to get in that mind state. All right, with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to you. How about Shem Yahshua, Shem Kakwadash, the belongs to the elders and apostles of the great millstone who rule well. And peace I taste you brothers out there pushing the truth wholeheartedly and sincerely for the gospel. Shalom.